The European model putting some of the heaviest snow once again around places like Binghamton and down through the Allegheny Mountains. The European model, a little bit different. Paul Goodlow's everywhere.
Everywhere. Welcome back to Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow alongside Felicia Combs on this Friday getaway day before Thanksgiving, 6 days away.
Yeah, maybe you're taking a long trip. Hopefully you're going, hopefully you're going somewhere warm and sandy. But if you're not, you might be impacted by some of the wintry weather that we're getting right now on some of those flights.
Yeah, and we're all trying to get to families and friends and just for the holiday week. But, this is the weekend that Mother Nature's like, how about a storm on the East Coast, storm on the West Coast?
Yeah.
And the good news, if you're traveling, say, the beginning of next week, it looks okay. Midweek, day of. And next weekend, but let's get through what we're dealing with.
Sunday might be the busiest day, and we got to watch that day closely.
Yeah, but yes, Mother Nature, after being very quiet in the east, giving you a long drought, all the wildfires.
Fierce winter storms can knock out power for days. Many people rely on portable generators to stay warm when this happens, but if they're not used properly, it can turn deadly.
Sadly, hundreds of lives are lost each year because of accidental carbon monoxide poisoning. Our Molly McCullum talked with First Alert home safety expert Ashley Gokin about ways to keep your house safe year-round.
Wind in the snow there. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Weather Channel Live. Meteorologist Felicia Combs, meteorologist Paul Goodlow. The snow's still going, too.
It is, and it's unusual because we haven't had a lot of cold weather in the east so far this season, and guess what? It moved in, and it's like, I kind of like this area. I'm going to stay for a little while.
It really is.
I got some friends next week coming in as well. There's a little heads up for you.
This is Davis, West Virginia. I want to show you this camera. This is live right now. This looks like there. You can see, oh, look at that. I'm hitting the wrong button. And now it's gone. Hold on.
We'll never see it again.
There it is. I found it.
This is a ski resort.
Show the ski resort. Yeah. So, for the people who like to ski, you wouldn't want to be up on that right now, right?
Well, it's not moving right now for sure, but it's
well, if it were
the resort's not open yet. Yeah. Opening of a ski resort in North Carolina today too. So it's on and popping, and that's great to have this type of weather helping the ski industry, because a lot of people rely on plowing snow and servicing and cooking food and all types of other service activities, and they were limited with the snow last year with El Nino.
Off to a good start this year, though. You can see heavy snow coming down. You just saw that live shot out of West Virginia. We've got heavy snow coming down across Pennsylvania as well. As we take a closer look. Now, Harrisburg, you're reporting that rain, but probably seeing at least some flakes flying it through the sky, but also that rain, just a miserable cold rain in Baltimore and DC right now.
It's all about the wind direction, but eventually more of a northwesterly direction. We'll start seeing more snow showers take over. Already taken over here in Scranton, while in New York City, you're seeing more of that southerly direction. A little warmer, hence you're seeing rain and temperatures in the low 40s.
Yeah, Philly, you've got that cold rain as well. Just kind of miserable. You can see our center of circulation here. You see that kind of counterclockwise circulation that Paul's talking about. That's how you get that the southerly wind that we're getting in NYC, and then getting more of a northerly wind in places like Buffalo. But Buffalo's still in the rain.
Yeah, but also a lot of airports are being impacted here. We got Newark, Boston being impacted, even de-icing around BWI as well. That's all going to add delays to your travel. You might leave the gate on time, say in Baltimore, but you might not get your destination on time. Although, you know what? These airlines, they pad their schedules so much to, hey, we're only 1 minute late, but you added 45 minutes to the schedule. But I'm on a tangent, sorry. Back to weather.
As you're getting ready for your holiday travel, do not talk to Paul about it. Let's time it out for you. You still got the snow just cranking across the Allegheny Mountains. This is what I'm watching. Heading into this evening, going to see some flakes flying for NYC. I know they were saying earlier that in the sky rises, like people in the higher buildings were seeing some flakes flying, but the ground truth of it at the ground was just rain.
But none of this is the, break out the plows and salt the sidewalk type of snow. Also because the temperatures are not going to drop that low overnight. So it's not going to be an issue where you have to worry about make sure you get up early and plow tomorrow or shovel. It's not that type of event. So far, again, it's the first kind of big widespread event, but it's not that type of event yet. Could have temperatures, different story next week. But let's just talk about this weekend.
Yeah, you can take a look at the snow that we've gotten, and the snow still to come in the next couple days. That snow is going to add up across the Allegheny Mountains, and then some of those higher totals there for Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine.
But the drought and the wildfires,
Yeah.
this is such good news. It's a pain in the neck for traveling, but in terms of not having the smoke and the burn bans, I mean, this is going to, it's not going to bust the drought, but it helps the immediate concerns of more things going up in flames.
You definitely need that. You were talking about some of the areas in North Carolina, Paul. I want to show you Banner Elk. Where they have a wind advisory and a winter weather advisory. Let's see if I can find it. So we got some snow in North Carolina. Look at that.
Yeah, so there's snow on the car, but no snow sticking to the streets. So it's drivable for sure.
That wind is cranking in Banner Elk, though. And let's talk about what you can expect as we're heading toward the weekend. Tomorrow across the country, a little bit of a mixed bag. We start to see above average temperatures for some of us. Meantime, it's going to be chilly for Florida and the southeast.
For Florida standards.
Yeah.
We're still watching a lot of weather in the west. Heads up, that means mountain passes could have some snow, maybe from some four-wheel drive or chain requirements. Check ahead. Check with the road crews and all the highway departments. They'll let you know that you need to put four-wheel drive or chains on to get across the passes.
The early part of the day, we're still going to have some of that system lingering around, especially for places like Boston. It's really going to be an interior northeast thing as we head into the later part of your Saturday, so you can just plan accordingly around that. Overnight tonight, nothing worse than a cold rain, and that's exactly what you're getting, Boston. We've been trying to get some flakes in NYC. We're just not getting it.
Yeah, it depends on the wind direction. We'll see some snow, but this is not a snowstorm. It's more of a wind, kind of a rainstorm. But trust me, we'll have our fair chances of snow coming up. Remember, we're still, almost a week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, this is early for a lot of the places that are seeing their first snowfall. Tomorrow, you can see the wind is still going to be cranking across portions of Maine. And then New York, D.C., you start to see things clearing out, those temperatures right around average. So we're kind of feeling more Thanksgiving-like than we have been recently.
The best news is another day of rain in the Northeast. We'll take that.
Right.
Hey, the Southeast, no rain for you yet, but clear skies means whatever little heating we had today, definitely got a chilly day, it's going to escape. Our temperatures drop off in the 30s and 40s, and we can see our first hard freezes in some areas here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a cold one. Meantime, Tampa, you're waking up at 53. Miami, 58. Are you frozen down there? Are the iguanas falling out of the trees? Because, I mean, when you're talking about 73 in Miami, it's beautiful, but I guarantee everyone's bundled up.
I mean, all the bikinis now have fur on them. That's how...
Bikinis with the fur. That's how they do it in Miami.
Those boots with the fur.
Both,
Meanwhile,
maybe.
Texas is warming up as well, and this warmth is going to slowly spread east as we head into the beginning of next week, at least temporarily. So we're not going to be stuck in the 50s and 60s in places like Nashville or even Atlanta as we head on towards the weekend.
Look at all that sunshine, though. Take that sunshine compared to some of those clouds we've been seeing. Watching across the northern areas of the Great Lakes here, Chicago 37, Des Moines 27 overnight tonight. That's not bad compared to where we have been with the snow coming down.
And also, yeah, we're happy the snow is gone here. So if you're traveling, getting a jump start on the holiday week starting tomorrow should be great weather for traveling. More clouds than sun across parts of the upper Midwest and western Great Lakes, although otherwise Kansas City, comfortable 57. That's for the high in the mid-afternoon, not where you start in the morning.
Yeah, that's not going to be such a bad day. We've all been through this weather whiplash so much recently. And one of those places that has gotten cold and actually stayed cold, you guys have been stuck in the cold, which you're no strangers to it. The northern tier overnight tonight dropping down into the 20s. Going to feel colder than that, though, when you factor in that wind.
Plus, we're going to have some snow slowly pushing eastward as we head on throughout the day tomorrow. But still, that wind coming on down across the Casper, it's going to be breezy. So if you're traveling across the Rockies, yes, it's going to be sun until you get towards and close to the Rockies, into the Rockies. Then we start seeing our next storm system come this way. So just be weather aware. Weather will change the farther west you head tomorrow.
The 60